it only really picked up, and I mean really picked up, to the revolutionary franchise that was DBZ, was Ultra Instinct and the Broly movie. That's it. Those two moments, ever since then, it has actually felt legit. Before then, it was almost Super Saiyan every color of the rainbow. A lot of Super did not even feel real. Here's what you do. You start with the two movies, you then get a recap on the Universe 6 tournament and the Goku Black stuff. You then get a heavily condensed down version of the Tournament of Power, only showing the most important fights. No Universe 4, no Universe 2, only Universe 6, 7, and 11, only showing the main fights and plot, and that should be it. That's the first half of Super done. Dragon Ball Super 2 is everything post the Broly movie, and it exists, but not many people know about it because it's just not animated, but they've done about 2 years worth of work on this, and it's the best that Super has ever been. The Moro storyline gets a lot of comparisons to the Cell arc, and the Piccolo arc, and the Frieza arc, and a lot of different other arcs, but it is good. It is the most like Dragon Ball Z Super has ever been, and the newest arc with Granola, it's still fairly new, but it does look promising, and it actually expands the lore and world of this series. The second part of Super will be much better and more comparable to Dragon Ball Z and what made that series so good than anything before. I really like the way Toyotaro does his stories. I was a massive fan of AF, and what he did at the end of the Moro arc with Oob, it was the perfect way to plant seeds but at the same time end a storyline. When DBS comes back, they've got the outline of a story there for it to be much better than what it originally was, but you don't want to rush it. I think part of the reason DBS is so good right now, at least in the manga, is because Toyotaro's illustrations are very good. A big reason why the Broly movie was so good and it was so loved is because the animation was insane. It looked insanely good. It was the best it had ever looked ever. They have a good foundation for a storyline, but you don't want to rush them into an animation because that's when you get Episode 5. Very weird character models, and for a series like Dragon Ball, it deserves much better. Even though there hasn't been an episode for years, Dragon Ball still makes this company the most money. The markability of Goku, the iconicness of his transformations, it's really unrivaled. A lot of people think, if it makes so much money, why don't they just bring it back straight away? But that's the point. Dragon Ball makes so much money without even trying that they don't have to do anything, so it may actually take those numbers dropping for them to release another series. For me though, it really doesn't matter when, it is going to happen. They've done too much work on the storyline for it not to happen, but I do actually really enjoy checking out the manga every month from Toyotaro. That way there's a nice piece of content every month, there's always a cliffhanger, and it only takes about 5 minutes to read. I don't really read much of anything, but this is good, and I recommend it for people like me who don't really read anything, but they like Dragon Ball. Toyotaro's adaptation was meant to be just that, an adaptation of an anime that now doesn't exist, so it's almost like he's front-running the series and he's been doing it for 2 years. Now, with the time and care they're taking, you saw how ambitious that Broly movie was. The series now should be looking to transition into that new art style, giving the franchise a completely new breath of fresh air while still maintaining what made it so revolutionary to begin with. Ultra Instinct is a genius idea.